The San Jose Sharks continue their massive homestand as they host the Carolina Hurricanes. Here's what you need to know.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, welcome to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. My name is JD Young, caretaker at the Reef, also the co-host of Locked On NHL. I want to thank you for making Locked On Sharks your first or second listen of the day as we continue our YouTube-only previews to get you ready for the game day. So San Jose Sharks continue their massive homestand, this time with the Carolina Hurricanes coming to town. So both these teams well rested as they have not, neither team has played since the weekend. Both last played on Saturday. So nice stretch off for both these teams. So as we always do, we'll get to know the Carolina Hurricanes, look at their roster, kind of what they are known for, and then what to watch for in this game. So let's get to know the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes 41-22-4. The San Jose Sharks 18-41-9. The Hurricanes 3.24 goals for per game, 8th in the NHL, 2.63 goals allowed, 5th in the NHL. The power play, surprisingly, only 18.1%, 26th in the NHL. But the PK, 84.5%, first in the NHL. The Sharks, of course, goals for per game at 2.6, 30th in the NHL. Goals allowed 3.69, 32nd. Very nice. Power play 19.8%, 22nd. And then the PK 74.2%, 26th in the NHL. Jarvis leads the Hurricanes in goals with 26. Aho leads the team in assists with 39 and points with 64. Toffoli continues to lead the Sharks with goals of 25. Eklund in assists with 35, and Celebrini with total points at 50. So interesting thing about the Carolina Hurricanes, right, is they don't have like that super high end score. They are very much a committee team. They have 3 players who scored at least 20 goals this season, with Svechkov right there knocking on the doorstep with 18. They have one, not including Stankoven, they have 4 players who have at least 20 assists, and then even including Stankoven and Taylor Hall, you're looking at like 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, almost 10 players who have at least 30 points. Like, this is a team that is very deep. They don't just rely on one guy. They get all their scoring from a bunch of different players. Like, it is not a one line team. This is a team that comes at you in waves. So looking at how these two teams match up, not quite hydrogen bomb versus coffee and baby, but there's a reason why the Carolina Hurricanes are known as the Corsi Kings. They lead the NHL at 5-on-5 Corsi 4, so they generate the most shots. They generate the most expected goals for, and they're 6th in the NHL when it comes to 5-on-5 goals for. The power play, not great. The finishing, not great. So they don't score as much as you would kind of expect, but they're very much a volume team. Defensively, they are the best in the NHL at preventing shot attempts and preventing, expected goals against. Goals, the 5-on-5 goals against is kind of mediocre. They're ranked 16th. So just interesting there. But this team, they want to control the puck. They want to make their best way to play defense is to not have to play defense, right? They want to control the pace. They want to control the shot attempts. And for a team like the Sharks, who struggles to generate 5-on-5 shots, 5-on-5 goals, and gives up a ton, this feels very much like the Carolina Hurricanes are going to be living in the Sharks' defensive zone. So looking at how the Carolina Hurricanes are performing this season, they are 4th in the NHL when it comes to point percentage, 2nd in their division. Like I said, they are very good at generating offense and limiting the other team from kind of creating offense. This team is, there's a reason why they're one of the best teams in the NHL. So Looking at how they line up, Seth Jarvis, Aho, and Blake. First line, Martinuk, Stahl, and Stankoven. The second line, Taylor Hall, Cagnoni, and Rosovec. The third line, Robinson, Jankowski, and Yost on the fourth. Defensively, Slavin, who's one of the best. He's taken the belt from Marc-Edouard Vlasic as the best defensive defenseman in the NHL, and just watch the Four Nations where he was absolutely incredible. Paired with old friend Brent Burns, Costas Barrow with Orlov, Walker with Chatfield, and Anderson, who I expect to start with Koketchkov, who I always struggle to say his name. So that's the goal. That's kind of, this team is very good. They're very deep. They get all their scoring from every play. Like, they get it from everywhere, right? This is not just a, you just need to shut down one line and you'll be fine. Hurricanes come at waves, which is funny because that's how the Hurricanes work. Real life Hurricanes work. Anyway, so what to watch for this game? Of course, what to watch for this game. We have Luca Cagnoni expected to make his NHL debut, and Georgi Romanov expected to make his first NHL start. And not an easy way to ease these two guys in. And I know Romanov has played some NHL games. I think he's played 3 now in relief for the starter. But tough situation here to come in and face the Hurricanes, who again love to control the pace of play, love to control shots, and they just are going to try to grind you down. So how do these young players respond, right? We know Cagnoni's just going to be nerves, right? The first game. This is a not much of a break here. So we know that, or at least expect that you're going to see Cagnoni and Darnay's kind of sheltered a little bit defensively, but with this Hurricanes team, it's going to be hard to do so. So I want to see how these two players, how their impact is, especially with Cagnoni, right? We talked about yesterday, we talked about the other day, what Cagnoni is expected to bring to the San Jose Sharks. And of course, he's going to be running the first power play unit. How does he perform in that duty, especially against the best penalty kill in the NHL? Again, not an easy place to get started for Cagnoni and for Georgi Romanov. So I want to see how both these guys play and their immediate impact, right? And if things don't go well, don't overreact, because again, the Carolina Hurricanes pretty good at hockey. So that's the first thing I want to watch. Second thing is, again, both these teams have not played since Thursday or since Saturday, right? The Sharks had an early game against the Caps. The Hurricanes played like the normal game. Both, should be well rested. So the rest versus rust debate, especially in the first period, the Sharks started horribly against the Caps in the first period. How do they respond with their start against another great team in the Carolina Hurricanes? So I expect the Sharks to come out and have a little bit more jump in this game. So if they can maybe get started early, kind of get things going here. If the PK can continue to play well, like we saw in the last game, this against a poor Hurricanes power play unit, maybe you might be able to kind of jump on the Hurricanes early and hopefully hold on. But I don't have a good feeling about this game, especially again, the Hurricanes, who are very good. So I do think Cagnoni has a positive impact. I think he does actually get his first NHL point in his first game. So put me down for one of those. But I think the Hurricanes are too much. I think this is a 5-2 Hurricanes win. But Luca Cagnoni, not only does he play his first NHL game, he also notches his first NHL point. So we'll get to see the nice picture of him with the puck in his first game. So that's going to be it for me today. We'll be back tonight after this game to break it all down for you. So make sure you're following along wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well.